I'm not happy, man, as you mentioned. I'm not the only MP who is not unhappy. We are three of us. The Ketusaf MP, who is Honorable Jifa Omashi, some of his communities are also affected, very affected. And then Honorable Sepe, Anglo constituency. So the Tidal will have stretched from Ketusaf, Keta, and Anglo constituency and along the coast. And then if care is not taken, things will go worse. Because as I speak, there are over 3,000 people who have been affected. Some lost their houses. And then there were 300 people who currently we have to provide shelter for them in schools. And then the sea, for Keta, formerly was the capital of Volta region from the history. As I speak to you, 2/3 of original Keta is submerged with houses and everything in the sea. The remaining 1/3 of the land which belongs to Keta, and this is where the problem is happening again. For almost about 10 good years, some of the places affected right now, we don't normally experience these things, but we are experiencing now. So there are two issues. Climate change is a factor, and the second, inability of central government to actually road phase 2 of Keta defense project is also affecting, because the first one was done. They're supposed to resume the second phase of Keta defense project, and then that one up to today is not happening, and that is resulting to this issue.
So 3 constituencies are affected, not only yours.
3. No.
So it started from Angolo.
Yes, Angolo, Keta to Ketu South.
To Ketu South.
Yes.
Okay. You're talking about, you said 3,000 people affected, Some of them have lost their houses.
Yes.
Their houses cannot be salvaged.
No. When tidal waves come, you see how when you are constructing road, there are trees there, and then backhoe or bulldozer will go and then uproot the trees, and then how devastating those things. It's like a distraction. Or trees that are the water, the sea that was able to uproot the trees, and then some of the buildings pull them down. Some the water flow to up. And so this is just, we currently are using even pumping machines to pump some of the water from the houses, channel it through to the lagoon, finding ways. So that's what we are doing currently in Keta. And then as a matter of urgency, we need the central government to come to our aid with relief items, especially the ministry that is actually mandated, and where NADMO is mandated by law to provide in this kind of situation, to provide relief items to the people. So we are appealing to the central government to come to our aid. We as an MP, we are also mobilizing. We are appealing for NGOs, benevolent people who, whether in kind or cash, whatever they can get in terms of food item, in terms of student mattress, blankets, and all that. We need. We are in the emergency situation, and we need that now.
I was describing it as perennial. But first of all, before I go there, the 300 people, where are you housing them now?
They are in schools.
Okay, so you are housing them in schools currently?
Yes.
Are there people who would potentially be able to return to their houses, or all of them have lost their houses?
No, some will return as the water subsides or dry off. They will go back to their place. Some would need to actually rebuild the place for them, the shelter for them to actually lay their heads. So basically, that is how it is.
I was describing it as perennial. I've had the privilege of working at Jubilee Radio, so I know the area quite well. Comparatively, how strong was what happened this time around?
When you mention perennial peculiar to some communities. But current situation, communities like Kejikoper, Jelukoper, Keta very well. When was the last time you heard that tidal waves have affected Jelukoper or Kejikoper? This time is happening. And then when you look at Adina and Blakusus there, that one, if the care is not taken, the road all will go into the sea. Salakope, Adina, Blakusu. If care is not taken from today going, the whole road, the main road from Habaji to Denu will be submerged into the sea.
No, first of all, you're saying Jelukopo was affected? What's
Yes.
that?
Yes.
Secondly, you're saying that the road, you said the road starting from where to Denu?
You know Habaji, but you know Habaji.
Yes, I know
Habaji.
I know Habaji.
You know the in between Habaji, you have Blakusu.
Okay.
Which is under Ketu South.
Okay.
You have Salakope.
Okay.
And then you have Adina.
Okay.
Then you know those places very well.
Yes.
You know formally from the sea side all the way to the road was not too much far, you know,
yes.
when you are working. So the sea is closer. The sea, the whole place is flooded.
So
and then, you know, previously that place was affected, and then a lot of houses have gone down into the sea. So that was that time we went as a members of parliament, including the former president, His Excellency John Mahama. We even donated 1,000 pieces of cement and some food relief items, water, and those things to the people. This time around is more devastating than the first.
That's the point where I'm worried about. So there's the potential of people not being able to use the main route that takes them from around Keta. In fact, it goes all the way to Srogbe, those areas, to Aflao, that they can't use that route, that maybe you have to use the Dabala road and go all the way.
Yes. So,
if we don't watch it.
If you don't watch it, yes. That is how the whole situation. But you know, Srogbe area is fine because sea defense is there, so they are not affected clearly. You know, Srogbe, those places are fine.
No, I mean all those people from those areas, when they are going to Aflao, they use the same road.
Yes. So if it cut off, you have to pass through maybe Angle of Yeringba all the way to link the Accra Aflao road.
Well, can anything be done in immediacy to solve the situation? Because it looks like maybe if there's another one, the situation will be terrible.
Yes, what prevents central government? We have a lot of quarries in the country. And even, you know, Metricasa have quarry. That's what they used to. You know Metricasa very well. They have deposit of these chippings, the stone. And that's what they use for the sea defense. So the issue now is to immediately resume the sea defense project, where they will be blocking it with the stone, and then claim some land. That is the only way to go. But if you keep on, we are talking, and then no action is being done, it will come to a point, and then what we don't want to see, we'll be seeing it. That is why we are calling on the central government, appealing to the central government to immediately start something serious about the Keta phase 2 of the Keta sea defense project. That is the only way to go. Anything that we are doing, maybe relief item you give people, but if that is not happening, we will be experiencing these things always. And that is the only solution to this problem.
And that needs to be done immediately.
Yes, we need to resume.
Okay, so I'm guessing is one issue that you raise if you go back to Parliament.
Yes, we raised, you know, when it happened almost about 3 months ago at Salakope, those places. My colleague Jefa and myself, we drafted question, and then the Minister for Works and Housing visited the place, and as well as responded to the question that plans are far advanced with regards to resuming the phase 2 of the Keta sea defense project. And as we speak, nothing is happening there. So based on what have happened again, tomorrow we are resuming, and we'll see what available tools are available for us to explore and use to actually bring the attention of the central government as well as Parliament, entire Parliament, to this issue. Because I know everybody is aware, but you know, Parliament is a place of record. Though people individually, they may have heard about it, but we need to place it on record for the Hansa to capture it.
But at the moment, what you need are relief items.
Yes.
for the people who have been affected.
Yes.
And there's also the issue of I don't know, because when I was there, I realized there were some residences built for those who were permanently affected some time back, and they moved into it.
That was when they resumed remember the first phase of the Sea Defense Project, Keta. The land, they reclaim land, and actually build for some of the people whose houses were submerged into the sea. So those areas are not affected.
And I'm guessing for phase 2, there should be some resettlement also done.
Yes, phase 2. If they were to resume phase 2, it will follow suit about what the first was. They would have claimed land, also build some apartments for the affected people also, and that is what we need now.
Honorable, thank you very much for speaking to us and explaining the situation to us. We hope you get some relief immediately, and we'll be keeping an eye on the situation of your constituents and also in the 3 other constituencies. But thank you for speaking to us.
Thank you very much. You can also use your medium and to solicit support for the people for us.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.